Right, so you may have seen recently about all the stuff going on with Roger Jackson, the son of Rampage Jackson, and his brutal assault at an independent wrestling show that took place recently. It's been a huge story the last couple of days, and the fallout has been felt in the last day, and so much more has happened, so much more has been exposed, and it's even worse than you think. If somehow you've been living under a rock and have no idea what I'm talking about with the Roger Jackson situation, let me just recap you really quickly. Roger Jackson is the son of MMA legend Rampage Jackson and an MMA fighter himself. He's also an IRL streamer on the platform Kick. Basically, he was streaming at an indie wrestling show. It was Knokx Pro Wrestling based in Los Angeles. And he got into an awkward moment backstage where a wrestler called Syko Stu assumes that he was a worker, so he started doing some work with him, hit him with a gimmicked can. He didn't take it very well, but it was just a misunderstanding, and as a matter of fact, they actually resolved it and made up, and they even planned to do a quick little angle after Syko Stu's match at the show. But well, apparently Roger Jackson, it wasn't enough for him, and he was still holding on to all this anger as he would sit there for an hour up until that match began, talking to his chat about what he plans on doing to Syko Stu and how he's going to hurt him, and that what he's about to do isn't scripted. And sure enough, Roger Jackson would hit the ring to do his post-match angle, and it would go way too far and extremely wrong as he would assault Syko Stu and hit him with 22 punches whilst he was knocked out. He was finally separated and ejected from the show, and it was very clear what had just taken place as he had just assaulted Syko Stu and left him in very bad condition. Obviously, this story went viral overnight. It has been one of the biggest stories of the last couple of days, what Roger Jackson did to Syko Stu, and even more has been exposed and been found out about the situation, and it's even worse than you think. First of all, there were even more clips that were found of Roger Jackson talking about what he's gonna do to Syko Stu whilst in the crowd.
Me off, bro. It didn't even hurt. It just pissed me off. And shit pissed me off. And I'm gonna have to get him back. They said I can go in the ring and get it, Dad. I don't even know what I'm gonna do to him. Bro, my dad can't do shit. I'm gonna fake crash out. All right, bet. Bet. You about to see how fake of a crash out. It's always been my dream to fuck up a pro wrestler for real. So I get it today. Am I really gonna fight him? Yeah, I'm gonna punch his ass for real. I don't believe in me getting disrespected too. I'm too nice. Bet. That shit was not staged. I'm telling you that right now. How many subs to knock him out? That's a good question. 50 subs to knock him out. If he hits me back for real, I don't give a fuck. I want him to. Y'all want me to teabag him? People think this shit's sweet. People think this shit's a fucking game. Hey, you're right, Joel. I gotta show him some form of respect. Then they don't train no goddamn martial arts. I'm really going to hit him, I'm telling you. What should I do, chat? Should I pick him up? Should I slam him first or hit him? W, if I should slam him first, I'm not fucking around. You don't think I can do it, Miggy? Bet. My dad can't never call me a bitch. Fuck this dude. Oh, you think he's stronger than me? All right, Suave, watch. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Suave. I bet you wouldn't be talking like this if you was in front of me, nigga. Chat, watch what I do to him. Tony, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you, Tony.
A few moments later.
It's stuff that makes it really easy, I feel as though, to incriminate him because he's literally giving his confession live on camera, and as a matter of fact, a police report and investigation has finally began for this as deserved. He deserves to be under police investigation right now, and in my opinion deserves to be arrested and put behind bars, so hopefully that does take place as well. But there's even more being found out about the situation, in particular in regards to wrestlers that were at the show and were involved in the show and the part that they had to play in it. First of all is AJ Manor, who was also an MMA fighter and a pro wrestler who was working this Knokx Pro Wrestling show, and he can be heard saying this backstage to Roger Jackson before the events took place and after Roger and Syko Stu had made amends with each other.
Working like that, you don't fucking, you know
That's
what
what I'm saying.
But he doesn't know him like that.
He don't. He's a fucking idiot. Hey. So when you run in on his shit, you fucking give him his receipt. You remember what a receipt is? Give him that fucking receipt, bro. Tag his shit. If you got a fucking problem with it, I'll fucking run out there.
You heard that correctly. AJ Mana openly encouraged Roger Jackson to go out there and give him a receipt. A receipt, if you don't know, is basically, in wrestling terms, is basically when you get your hit back on someone. If they hit you hard by accident or by mistake, you hit them harder in return and give them a receipt. It's not something that should really be encouraged, especially to an outsider in the business, someone who clearly showed they have a bit of anger issues the way they reacted to the can that Syko Stu gave them. Just a stupid thing to encourage, and AJ Mana in a way can be looked at as responsible for the attack that went down, as like I said, he was encouraging Raja to do this after Raja and Stu had made amends, so he was just re-stroking the flame and reheating the fire. And AJ Mana would take to Facebook to post a response to this clip being shared and going viral over social media, as he posted, "I want to take the moment to address the recent incident at Knokx Pro. First and foremost, my thoughts are with Syko Stu and his family. No one ever wants to see a fellow performer get seriously hurt." There's been a lot of speculation about my role that night. The truth is, I was in character and speaking in the language of wrestling. Everything I said was part of the show, and I never intended or encouraged real harm. This was a situation that unfortunately got out of hand due to miscommunication behind the scenes. Wrestling is built on trust and respect and protecting each other in the ring. That's what I stand for, clearly not, and anyone who has worked with me knows that. I respect this business, I respect the fans, and I respect the performers who step between these ropes. I hope we can focus on Stu's recovery and make sure something like this never happens again. What a terrible statement. First of all, saying to someone to give someone a receipt is not speaking in character or speaking in the language of wrestling. Giving someone a receipt is an insider term that is only known backstage and behind the scenes. And you watch any wrestling company, they're not going to cut a promo telling someone to go give someone a receipt because of the fact that it's an insider term. He states he never intended or encouraged real harm. Yes, you did. There was miscommunication behind the scenes apparently. Yes, because of you. And he says wrestling is built on trust, which you have completely broken, AJ Mana, and you are definitely not going to be getting booked on any big shows anytime soon. Not only that, AJ mate, but also your statement had a quotation mark at the end but not the start, so it's very clear that you either copied and pasted this from ChatGPT or from someone who sent it to you. So overall, 0 out of 10 on this response. Just terrible. Beyond that, there's just even more bullshit. There was a guy that actually pinned Syko Stu after it went down, and a referee that counted the pinfall. Why are you doing this? You don't need to keep the kayfabe up here. This is a serious situation. And then there's this weird blue looking fucker who came out and started cutting a promo with all the cameras on to Rampage Jackson, clearly just trying to get some clout off the situation.
Guess what? Guess what? Get out your cameras right now. Hashtag Rampage Jackson. Rampage Jackson. Rampage Jackson. With all due respect, your son came up and disrespected our show, big dog. So I'm telling you right now, your son came and disrespected our show. If you don't know me, I got barely about like 10 followers online because I'm really not that popping. But today, I'm about to get popping, I'm telling you right now. So, it's freeze underscore KPE, because that's what it is, right? Knokx Pro Entertainment. All day, every day, I bleed it, bro. I'm telling you right now. As soon as you cut me, it's red and black. Knokx Pro. You know who else was built from here? Another person called Jacob Fatu. Yeah, you know that one, right? You see what I'm saying? So I'm telling you right now. So listen up. You about to ask a question, I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh boy, busting my homie up. His son came here and busted my homie up.
In case you aren't aware, indie wrestlers are fucking dumb. One of the wrestlers on the scene who is also worth mentioning and actually giving a shout out to is the epic Douglas Marlowe, who was the only one who seemed to act with any urgency in that situation and actually stopped Roger Jackson from assaulting him even further. So shout out to him for actually doing something, and he's also came out recently and exposed Knokx Pro for asking their students to not cooperate with the police investigation.
But the most disgusting thing is that people at this school are being encouraged to not cooperate with the police. From what I hear, the police were there investigating the scene shortly after Stu was removed, and there has been multiple requests that have gone downstream from upper management to not talk with the police directly if they are contacted, and to only let a certain group of individuals interact with the police. That is extremely dishonest. You guys let your friend almost die, and now you're trying to have people lie for you. And fuck you to every single person who replied to them, yes, sir. You are all weak sacks of shit, and I hope you rot in hell. You are wasting oxygen that other people could be breathing. Go fuck yourself. And if you continue to be complacent in this investigation and you side with the people who you know are in the wrong, I wish nothing but the worst for you.
Yeah, Knokx Pro Wrestling got to get shut down or something, because I don't know what kind of operation they're running here, but that is just not right at all and is extremely dodgy. And as a matter of fact, Knokx Pro Wrestling, I mentioned it in my last video, had an affiliation with WWE through the WWE ID program, which is essentially WWE's program where they help support independent wrestling companies and schools and give them pathways to like WWE shows and stuff. Yeah, they've now lost that affiliation with WWE ID. All the tags and badges have been removed from all their social medias and they're not listed on the WWE ID website. I cannot blame WWE for wanting to step away from Knokx Pro Wrestling following all of this. And most importantly, an update on Syko Stu with his recovery is that he is now conscious and does have some recollection of events. According to the Epic, he lost a lot of teeth, he choked on his own blood, and he has facial injuries, so that is just so unfortunate. But now a GoFundMe has been set up for Syko Stu, and already it's doing great numbers-wise, which is so great to see. He's getting an outpouring of support, and I'm glad, because he deserves as smooth as a recovery process as possible following this mindless attack that Roger Jackson gave him. And there's still yet to be a response from Roger Jackson himself. There's been old clips circulating around that people have been saying is the response, but it's not. They're old clips, so don't fall for that. I'm guessing he's just staying silent and trying to lay low while the police investigation is ongoing, which is probably for the best, and anything he says just isn't going to rectify this whatsoever. What could his response possibly be? If there is one though, I will be the first to cover it and talk about it in a separate video. But yeah, that's about everything to update you guys on regarding the Roger Jackson and Syko Stu situation. I continue to wish Syko Stu the best in his recovery, and I'll leave his GoFundMe link down below. Any updates on the police investigation or a response from Roger, if it does come, I will give an update to you guys in video form, so don't you worry on that. Subscribe to the channel, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, and keep on rolling.